Hey scrappers, Tom here from RRCarbide.com, and I want to educate you on different solders, tell you about our shipping process. So first and foremost, if you get solder scrap, if you get leftover rolls, we offer free shipping containers. They look like this. These actually came in from a customer. They had it loaded. So we can send you these bins. You can save your excess rolls and you can scrap them instead of letting them build up. But we want to show you a couple of different types of solder, what to look for, and how to identify them. Now in front of me, I have 6 different types of solders, and it's important to look at labels. Now you can look at this solder and see 60-40 solder, right? You see the 60, you see the 40, but how do we know what's inside the actual material? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the analyzer and go through it, and what you can start to see is the different percentages. So here you can see 66% tin and about 28% lead with a few mixtures of other things, probably some remnants. Now when you have this 60-40, you may think, oh, it's 60% tin. It could be a little more, but sometimes it shows it's 60% lead. There's not necessarily an order of how the 60-40 goes, so it doesn't mean tin then lead or lead then tin. It could be mixed. So you want to watch out for these, but these old bar stocks, your grandpa might have these, or one of you machinists out there know these very well. Some of them get expired for being used, and a great way to do it is to be able to get it into the shipping container just like this and ship it out. But now I want to show you different types. Now, if you zoom in on this, you're going to see on it a percentage. 95% tin, 5% SB, that is antimony. So this is a different type of solder. And again, we're just going to put it down. We're going to use the analyzer, and we're going to see what the analyzer shows us. So now you can see the analyzer is popping up 92% tin, 7% antimony, and we would quote this as such. Now there's different types of solders, and sometimes you don't have a lot. So if you have a mix of all these different ones, we're probably going to buy them at a flat per pound rate. But sometimes you might have a lot of one solder. Here's a really interesting one. If you look at this, 10 SN, that's 10% tin, 88 PB, that's lead, and 2% AG. And for those of you enthusiasts of precious metals, AG is the cousin of AU. AU is gold and AG is silver. So let's see what the analyzer comes up with in this instance. Now, a little bit of silver inside, you can see it pop up there. 87% lead, 10% tin, 1% silver, right? That means you have a little silver solder in here, scrappers. That's awesome. That's worth more money, right? But not as much money as you would think, because almost 90% of the weight is lead. But again, different materials, different solders, different prices. Let's look at this one. 60% tin written on there, 40% lead. We're going to use the analyzer on this one to, again, just show you what things look like. Here you can see 60 SN, 40 PB. It popped up just like it was written, and that's a great thing. So in this case, it was exactly what it said it was. In this case, it wasn't. So it's important to send samples in, or let the team here at RRCarbide use this or other similar analyzers so you get paid for what your material is. Now, if you have questions when you have no labels, look at this. No label unit. Again, you can send us a sample, and we're just going to do the same thing we do for all of them. In this case, you got a real winner here. 95% tin. What we're looking for is a higher tin content. Tin is worth more money than lead. Sometimes the antimony could corrupt the price a little bit because it's harder to recycle, but tin solder, the higher the tin percentage, the more money it's going to be worth. Don't forget, we provide free bins, free back and forth shipping to send you the bin, fill it up and send it back to us, and your packages get insured off of the price per pound quote that we provide. If you have questions on solder, because it's not always easy, whether you're cleaning out grandpa's basement or you're a machinist that deals with these things regularly, whether they're solder spools, ingots, drips, sometimes dust, or even rags that are used to wipe solder down, we buy all those different materials and we look forward to quoting you. Any questions? RRCarbide.com. And until next time, I'll scrap you later.